Well, I spent the reason we came to Rocky River in the first place was because I came to work with the Rocky River Board of Schools. And I was the first guidance counselor for the Rocky River schools. And over the next 13 years, I had a series of jobs there, eventually becoming assistant superintendent. And then I went to work as the chief executive at Bayview Hospital, which was a neighbor to us here across the street. And I was as a hospital CEO for the rest of my career. We built a new hospital in Westlake, the St. John West Shore Hospital, to replace Bayview, and I was the first CEO there until I retired in 1990. Well, I loved education. It was, you certainly have a wonderful group of people to work with. And, but I was challenged by the hospital administration. It was a much more complex job than being in a school system. But it was a lot more freedom too. We always lived in the same block in Rocky River. We had two different houses, but they were within the same block of land.
Very good.
So we've been, I always remember a gentleman we knew early in Rocky River who was a personnel director at the May Company. And he said, "When I die, I want to go to Rocky River."
Amen to that, right?
And Carolyn was great. We had 4 children, and she was a homemaker and did such a great job in supporting me all those years.
And how many children do you have?
4.
4, okay. And do they live locally? Do they live around?
Fortunately, 2 of our children live close by.
Oh, wonderful.
Our son, who when he was quite young, couldn't get away from home far enough, fast enough, ended up in Bay Village, which was about a 10-minute drive from here. And then a daughter moved back, so she lives in Avon Lake. So having 2 of the 4 children living close by is really very, very good.
How nice.
Well, first of all, we have 24-hour response to any particular emergency that we might have, particularly if it's a health need. And we've called on that a few times. And then, of course, in our activities here, well, we have things like a current events discussion group meets once a week. And so we come together in this room, really, and sit around in a circle, and people bring their own news clippings, and they share them with the other people, and we talk about them. And a group of anywhere from 6 to 12, have about 12 now, but it's been something I've been doing ever since we came. Carolyn doesn't join me in that, but she has other stuff.
So that's your thing, right? And so how about you?
Well, there's so many things to participate in. If you like movies, there's always a movie being shown, book club to be taking part of, just on and on and on about social activities. Bingo, if that's your thing. Just ever so many activities that you may participate in. So discussion groups of all kinds. And during normal times, we have speakers come in and musical programs or entertainers. So there's always something to be participating in if you choose. People are so helpful, and I've never seen anybody who was nasty or mean, but you have something go wrong in your apartment, they're there to help immediately. So At no charge.
No extra charge. That's on the house. Oh, very good.
We remember so well when we first moved in. It was just a few months, and Carolyn went to the refrigerator on a Friday afternoon, and it wasn't working. It was thawing. And so we called for help. It was late on Friday. So we called, and maintenance came, and they checked the refrigerator, and he said, "Oh, I guess it was probably Faustino, who has been here forever." He said, "Well, I'll be right back." So in about half hour or less, he comes with another refrigerator on the dolly, takes the old one out, takes the door off of it, puts it on the refrigerator he bought, and puts it in place. So we would have otherwise, we had the weekend coming up, and things would have thawed out pretty bad.
Oh my gosh. So ask and you shall receive, I guess, right? Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we love having you here. You're special people, which is why we wanted you to be part of all of this. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.